Well, Cass has her 4, and kids had a lot of fun this year because her oldest boy, Bowen, is playing for Stanford. Most of you know that. So we watched him on TV today in our family room. That was really fun. He's playing, he playing free safety and some other thing.
How did it come out?
What does he
They
play?
lost.
What position does he play?
Free safety.
So the safety.
Yeah, he's doing well. He redshirted his first year, so this is his first year really playing. And they have their 4, and everyone's doing well. And then we have Mark is still single. Had a short engagement the last year, but didn't work. Broke that off in June, and so he's still single. Then we have Biff, and Biff has 5. And in September, she had a baby born a month early, but he died before he was born. A placenta rupture, where the placenta pulls away from, or just ruptures, comes right away from the side of the uterus. So the baby was alive 1 minute and gone the next. So that little baby was born just perfect. The support system had gone, and she's had a terrible time adjusting to that. It's a hard loss. It was hard for the whole family. And then Sammy's no longer with KSL. She's still single. I've been dating a fellow now for 4.5 years who's coming home next Friday. We'll see again every year. We think maybe not.
I'll be in love with it.
She dates others during the year. He's back in middle school back east, so she doesn't see him all the time. And she isn't with KSL anymore. She's just freelancing, but keeping very busy doing that. She's just been employed by that. It's called Mountain, the sports station here. And she's doing the specials now for BYU. Special interest stories are for BYU and Utah. So she's very right now. The bowl games coming. She's doing one on Mendenhall and one on Kyle Whittingham right now. And then she's doing some writing for Utah Business. Devin, she'll be in there January issue. So she's keeping busy. But that's our family. We're both still working. Kent's still practicing full time. And I'm still working full time.
I can't remember anything that happened before the 13th of November when my wife got her new hip. Do what? Oh, I had a great grandson born in November too.
Wow, great.
Our 3rd one. And nothing ever changes with us. Karen's still with us and works for the church and single and
Loving it.
So it's Sam.
I kind of felt what Karen or our youngest Joe would have said when you were talking about hoping that Sam gets married. Craig still works at Delta.
Good.
From the old Western days. And he's back to what he was making when he first started too. So pilots aren't the only ones.
Wow.
But he has his pension.
But he has
Yeah.
The pilots don't.
Insurance.
He has insurance, doesn't he?
if he doesn't, his wife does.
I think they're taking that away.
Yeah. And he has 2 children, and the daughter's the one that just gave us our 3rd great-grandchild. She's married, lives out in South Jordan. His son, Tyler, graduated from the University of Utah last year. He's a mining engineer in some mine outside of Salina, making more than I ever did for 30 years as a school teacher.
Coal mine.
But I don't begrudge it. Vicky's back in North Carolina with her 2 kids and 2 grandchildren. So we've got 2 great-grandchildren in North Carolina. And Joe is still coaching softball down at Texas A&M. And I think I reported on her stuff a year ago, and nothing much changed.
Nothing happens with us. We're too old to have things happen. Cheryl's with me here tonight, and she threatened to move out of town if we didn't tear the old house down and let her have a place to live, so she's going to move in a new home right next to us in a week or 2 or a month or so on. The rest of the thing just goes on. When you get my age, it's better to look at the grass from the top up than from the bottom.
Well, I better report on my brothers and sister. Brad his
We
oldest.
almost had him.
I know, he was going to.
Hadn't been the
Yeah.
snow, he
Weather
had
turned.
signed up and everything.
Yeah. Brad and
So
Linda,
sad.
they celebrated his oldest son Tyler's marriage this summer. He was married in Corvallis, and the other two boys are in college in Moscow. And Eric is being such a faithful steward over Mother's house and yard, and he comes faithfully every week and takes care of the yard, and Daddy would be proud. Wendy is about to become a grandmother. Cassie, her oldest daughter, is due with a baby in June. And in our family, February, my 18th grandbaby will be born, and everybody's doing really well. My son Todd got home from his mission in June, and he's found a girl, and they're dating pretty seriously, and good things happening. My youngest daughter, Heidi, just got her nursing degree at Nevada State College, worked there at the Children's Hospital, and now she's accepted a job at Primary Children's Hospital. She starts Monday. So she just moved this week, and she's a very gifted nurse, and speaks Spanish also, so she's in big demand. But everybody's doing well.
What about your kidnapping?
My kidnapping. Oh, I turned 60 this year.
I
And-
turned 70.
And my kids came, my daughters came into my classroom, and my son had the little iPod speakers going. They came into my classroom, all dressed as witches. And the music to Wicked was playing on the iPod speakers. And they said, well, Mom, we have some bad news. I know we were going to get together for dinner tonight, but we can't make it. And neither can you, because you're going to Seattle to see Wicked on tour. And they had arranged everything so that I got to go up there. And Emily went with me and went up to Seattle and saw it, which is a wonderful show, by the way. Your kids would love it. There's nothing bad in it, and it's just lively and darling. And then I came home, and a day later they had put together a surprise birthday party, and there were 200 of my old friends, I mean, old roommates from college and people from all over the place. And so it was really wonderful, and I was thrilled that my kids would know who I wanted to see.
I'm Leonard Jones, an only child, daughter. And this last year we just kind of had health issues, mine and me, with my heart, and he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and so we've been trying to figure all that out. And
What you can eat.
and what we can eat and what mine, you know. And we have 5 sons, and 4 of them have gone on missions. Our youngest son is now in Ukiah on his mission. He's been there almost a year, doing really well. And our oldest son is married and has a little girl, our granddaughter, only granddaughter. We love her to death. We see her almost every day. Stacy brings her over. We tend her 3 or 4 times during the week, you know, while Stacy and Jake works. And then we have 2 sons that are home working, and one's going to school at Eaglegate and learning to be a computer network technician. And the other one's working, and then our other son, Brian, he's the second oldest, is going to go to school to become a helicopter pilot. So we're kind of
That's how he talks to Dwayne.
yeah. Don't talk to Dwayne, and maybe he might change his mind.
He ought to be a skydiver or a motorcycle racer. Something safe.
Yeah, life's good though. I'm grateful for all our blessings, and that was really many blessings last year, actually, and to have discovered, you know, these things that they could fix. You know, we're really glad. And so, anyway, that's our story.